World Financial Group offers entrepreneurs from all backgrounds the opportunity to start their own business on a level playing field. Dr. Yana Woodhouse, receiving the WCM Wall Street Pioneer Award by the United Black Wall Street of America, Inc., is one of those entrepreneurs.
I see WFG and TFA as a place where African Americans with an entrepreneurial mindset can flourish. And the bonus, we help families and serve the communities across the country.
To learn more about us, go to worldfinancialgroup.com.
We are the sons and daughters of the soul. We are resilient and forever forward-thinking. We ask for nothing else than the opportunity to live and to create the lives that we were meant to live. We want nothing but an equal chance at options and possibilities. The same possibilities and options to live out our potential as our fellow man. We want to be heard, understood, and expressive in our reality. We are the future. We are the creative. We are here.
Happy Tuesday. It is such a pleasure to be in the space on the Bold Show. Happy holidays to everyone out there and to my fellow Caribbean people. Happy Christmas Eve, right? It's a big deal for us, right? We are celebrating, the birth of Christ, right? And I am forever grateful and thankful just because I can breathe and I'm alive. So here I am tonight, our final show for the year, right? And I am super excited. The Bold Show is here to really highlight our Black excellence or just our excellence in general, right? We all go through challenges in life, but we have to make that decision as to what it is that we're going to do when we fall down. And so tonight, I am here with an amazing guest. And I'm super excited to be having this healthy conversation because it's going to enrich our mind, our bodies, and our soul as we continue to have this conversation. So I am going to take this opportunity to invite our guest. It's Mr. Kevin Mendez. He is the passionate founder and owner of Living Water Juices, a vibrant, health-focused company that provides fresh, nutritious, and delicious natural juices. Kevin, I am going to stop there and I'm going to give you the opportunity to really tell us who you are. And again, I am super thankful that you took the opportunity to be here tonight to share your blessings with us. Good night and thank you. And welcome to the Bold Show.
Well, first of all, let me say thank you, Marie, for having me. I'm really honored to be here right now. And secondly, I want to give thanks to God for, creating this opportunity and this platform to really showcase what He has really given me to do to the world and to be a blessing to His people. My name is Kevin Mendez. I was born and raised, grew up in Jamaica. I came to the United States 2008, and I've been in the food industry for, I would say, like 15 years now. And that's been my passion, my drive to really create an experience for people, whether if it's memorable experience with food or being healthy, to provide that experience where they can always be beneficial for it and to make a big smile on their face.
Oh, I love that. That is super powerful, right? And earlier we were talking about our health is our wealth, and without health, we're really nothing, right? So before we dive into our conversation, I'm going to invite you to really center yourself, and I'm holding space for you to invite whomever your ancestors, your God, like whoever you want to give you that peace, that calmness that you need to be in this space. And just know that you're safe with me and with Soul City. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, right? So, living water juices. Why don't you tell me about the creation? How did you get?
Well, wow, well, that's a that's a good question. Living water juices. Well, it's a lot, but let me try to break it down.
Okay.
So it all started. I was I've been working in corporate America for, I would say, 14 years, and through that whole process, I had the honor to really encounter a lot of different people, and that wasn't really what God had for me. So I ended up being pulled out of that environment. Then I went to start working for my family in New York, launching small Jamaican restaurants. And while I was working there, I never know that, you know, me being volunteering to make natural juices, prior to that, they were getting it from local vendors that was just, providing juices that the quality wasn't 100%. So when I volunteered to make the juices, you know, I started doing it in a whole different level where it just went viral from there. And before I know it, I started doing it like as a side business for myself. And then I end up stopped working for my family and literally went out on my own and took living water for my full-time business and literally take it to a whole different level to make it, to refine it and to make it really on a bigger scale where more people can have it in each and every stores, gyms, hospitals, whatever local communities that need it.
I think Kevin is lagging. Kevin, I think I lost the last part of what you said. I heard you up until the point where you said that you made it available for folks working in the hospital, the gyms, and stuff like that. And then I
Yes.
lost you after that.
Oh, so in the gym and every local community, it so it's sounding like it's muffling.
Yeah, there's some background noise. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, it's I'm like every time I speak, I hear like muffling sound.
All right, so you know what? We're not going to allow anything to get in the way of our recording tonight. We're going to try to stay focused. Are you
Yeah,
still hearing that background?
yes. So every time when I answer you, I hear like a muffling sound.
Got it. All right, just give me a second.
Yes, it's like an echo.
Yeah. All right, can you hear me any better now?
Yes,
Okay. All right, so we're going to try our best to just get through this, and we'll have to do what we need to do. If we have to do a repeat, then we'll probably have to do that as well, right?
yes,
Like, I love to say when greatness is happening, there's always something interfering, but we're not going to allow that to stop us, right?
that's true. Well,
So, as you mentioned, the fact that you came in and you recognized, what the juices that your family was actually getting was not necessarily the best, right? And
yes,
you wanted to make a difference.
yes.
So it sounds as if living water means so much to you personally and professionally. So can you just give me some insights as to what this really means to you, living juice on a personal level in terms of your own health?
Well, personally, I've been a person that always like juicing, and to go a little bit deeper and to go further. At one point, I switched from being like a meat eater, chicken eater, and went being vegan. So I actually started juicing, like making a lot of shakes. a lot of natural juices. So I always take it as something that's personal, and I take a lot of pride into it, into where like all the ingredients come from, how all the ingredients get incorporated together. So it's something that if I go out there and it's not a certain standard or up to a certain part, I always would either try to point it out or try to be a part of the solution, come up with like a system or idea to really make it better, because these are things people really need in their body, to be healthy, to be healed from whatever you know health benefit or any doctor report that like for example, a lot of people have low iron. You know, when you combine like the spinach and the zucchini, all these different ingredients that has the right balance, all that stuff, that the low iron deficiency, all that stuff, it goes away. That's just an example. So the knowledge behind it, and how people really present, I really take a lot of pride to that. And if it's not being done correctly, you know, I will always, stand up.
Okay. Um, okay, thank you so much for that, Kevin. That was great.
Yes.
How do you stand out in a market that's so competitive? Because today, like, there is so many natural and health and wellness in term, because like people are taking their health to a whole different level, and there are so many people making natural juices. Like, how do you fit in, and how do you stand out in this current market?
Well, wow, that's another amazing question, because you know, standing out, it's very easy. First of all, being selective with the ingredients and where you're getting the ingredients from. So like local markets like Trader Joe's, like there is certain Caribbean stores, or Korean stores that carry high quality stuff. So first you gotta start working with the best ingredients possible and the freshness of the ingredients. So if we are starting with high quality and not just going to regular supermarkets and just getting some fruits or some vegetables, so it's all about the quality. And then you know the people that's working with me, the vision, them understanding the vision, and everyone caring and having that love for what the vision of living water is. So it's all about the people, the ingredients, and the love. Because I always say this: if you're going to do something and you don't love it, it makes no sense. Don't do it at all. Find something that you love. Because living water is not about making money. Money will come once you have something that will attract people, because it will sell itself. It will speak, because it's a manifestation. It does something to people that nothing else would do. So it's very, very vital with how the ingredients being selected and where they're being selected from.
Hmm. That's powerful.
Yes.
That's powerful. You said so much. I hear you use the word love. I hear care, right? It's so much that is invested in this. And I also hear you talk about like a team, like you have people that work with you and that support you with this process, right? So I think for me, what I'd like to hear from you, right, is talk me through like the process of the selection of the ingredients, right, that you make. Like, where do you purchase your items, um, and what does the process really look like? What do you put into it to prepare yourself when you have to make these juices?
Well, so like, some of the places that's reputable.
Hmm.
Um, that this place is called Trader Joe's, Restaurant Depot. Those are the most two places that I normally go to get like certain things, like especially Trader Joe's for like the fruits and the vegetables. They carry like very high quality stuff. and where they get it from is like reputable. So, if, like, let's say I get a case of cucumber and I go through it and I find a few bad ones, I can actually return it because we have a relationship, we collaborate. So it's not an issue. And Restaurant Depot, they sell even equipment. So, we have like certain stainless steel equipments where, the metal shaving don't go in the food, and certain plastic containers, the shaving doesn't go in the food because juice is something that's direct, it's not cooked. So we got to be very, very cautious because we don't want anyone getting sick, anyone, you know losing their life, because this is something that literally, food is something that goes directly in the system, and if this is something that's not being cooked, it's even more dangerous. I see a lot of people get foodborne illnesses, and everyone that's on the team, they're fully certified with ServSafe, food handlers permit. So it's a team that's fully trained and that understand what this whole mission and the vision is about.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to put something in the parking lot. I'm going to get back to your team in a few,
Yeah.
right? But I think I want to ask you because initially, when you started the interview, you've been in corporate for like almost 14 years. And then
Yes.
to make this big transition to now deciding I'm going to go out on my own, I'm going to build my own baby, right? Because you birthed this. This is something that you're passionate about because
Yes.
of the love and the care you talk about that you've been putting into this, right?
Yes.
So can you just share with me some of the challenges that you experienced when you were doing this transition?
Well, that's another amazing question, because you know it's nothing in life is easy. That's number one.
True.
Everything is going to come with some form of pushback or some force behind it, because greatness is something that it cultivates over time, and it takes a lot of tolerance, and you getting a lot of no's, but you don't take those no's and you keep pushing. It doesn't matter how many times you literally get knocked down or the door closed in your face. It's like you can't make those dictate or go against what you feel inside, because living water been a part of me from day one. But it was just at the right time when it's supposed to come to life, when it's supposed to be birthed, gave birth. So, you know, as small business getting started up, it's a lot of things, like, financial, it's, you know, that's a part where most small business always don't have the right financial support, advice, systems, all these things, and all those challenges, it propelled me and pushed me even more, because I know what living water is going to become, and how much people lives is going to change. Knowing that, that was something that pushed me and kept me going, and go through every single channel, and also going on having pride, because pride is something that can stop you from going places. So I had to put my pride to the side, and if I had to ask for help, that's something that I had to do. So I'm going to throw that in there as a big nugget, where in these things, you got to put pride away. If you need help, you need support, and people, the right people, not just anyone, the right people. God send the right people, and you can't just say, oh, I have pride and I don't need your help, I can figure it out. No. So I had to swallow my pride, and I had to literally accept help when the help was being sent.
Mm, that is powerful right there. Knowing when to ask for help and be able to accept help.
Yes.
That is powerful. And I also hear you talk about God, which we're going to dive into in a few. I want to explore more about that, right?
Yeah.
But I also want to highlight that you mentioned anything that's worth having does not come easy. And it sounds as if like there's lots of sacrifices that you made, but because of your faith, it sounds like you're also walking out on faith. and actually believing in yourself. But I have some questions to ask you later. But before we get into that, I want to stay on task. So we're going to go back to your team. How did you select people to be on this journey with you? And how did you allow them to believe in your mission?
Well, that's a powerful question because you know, the team selecting was very easy. Why I said it's very easy is because it was done prayerfully. You know, I speak to God a lot. Like a lot of times, it seem like you're crazy. You're always talking to yourself, but you know, I pray. I pray to God for the guidance, the help, the support. And in everything, we need help. And majority of the time, when God isolates you and have you in like a lone on a lonely path, is because He want to deal with you. He want to communicate with you. He want to send the right people to you at the time. So it was easy, and it was guaranteed the right people because when His direction is being followed, there is no messing up. It's no messing up. It's no derailing. It's no two side. It's no left and right. It's just one straight path.
Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Um, how often it sounds as if like you talk to God consistently. Can you talk to me about that routine and how you were able to develop this relationship with God? I have
Uh,
to go there. I had
that,
to go there.
listen, my it's that's a powerful one because I'm gonna go back to corporate America. So as I said before, I was in corporate America for 14 years, and you know while I was in corporate America, God allowed me to have many different experience and I did a lot of things that I'm not supposed to do. And when God have truly called me and pulled me out of corporate America, you know, that's when I, got baptized. You know, I answered the call because there is something inside of you that it's pulling you, and then most of the time we avoid it. So I couldn't avoid my calling anymore. God took me out of corporate America. He literally took me out of it. And in corporate America, I was making close to $180,000 per year. So for me to really be obedient and walk away from all of that, to come to start, you know, to give birth to living water because it's always inside of me. You know, it's a lot to really walk away from. And probably people may look at me and say, "Oh, you know, this man is something is wrong with him. Why he didn't just go back and find a job that paid me even maybe 250,000?" But it doesn't matter, if I wanted to go back. That's what I would want, but God would not allow it. So I literally answer the call. I went through with the process, got saved, and you know, from then my journey, the journey been has been awesome from there. And when I say awesome, I don't mean that there isn't any any turbulence or any storm, because when you decide to walk with God, you have more issues. When I say issues, I mean your issues becomes a lot. And you would wonder, okay, God, I say yes to you, but why all these things happening? Why I hit rock bottom? Why all these things happen? Because when God is stripping you of what you have acquired on your own, He want to give you greater. And here is my greater. I gave birth to living water, which is His business. I'm just the earthly ambassador. I'm just a vessel that He's literally using. So that's pretty much, a little bit.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And then some. I hear solitude, I hear obedience, I hear, you know, the willingness to start over, that vulnerability, and all the stuff that you really engaged in. But to hear you sit and just so relaxed and to talk about it like, this is what I was called to do, and I'm walking in my purpose, if I may. That's what I hear from you.
It's
So,
true.
with all of that, walking in your purpose and really recognizing that the journey is not easy. And I think a lot of times, like, folks don't understand. And I guess it's also being able to listen to when God is talking to you, or even when it is your time to take a step back and like really discover who you are and discover what it is that you are meant to do on this earth. So with that journey, and I think it already sort of coincides with that, living water. How did you come up with that name?
Well, that's another that's another great nugget question, because you know, it was revealed to me by God. So when when I decided to really start it and get everything like the legitimate side, the name, the LLC, all that stuff. You know, I prayed about it, meditated, and the revelation came. And when God gave the name Living Water, you know, there was also a big revelation that came with that too, because out of water everything was created, believe it or not. And you know, living water is just it is just something that God gave me something that I can create anything I want out of it. So because He say more than we can think or imagine, so that's what He gave me, living water. So you know, everyone that's under my voice right now, you know, this living water is something that is this is just the beginning, and it's going to be one of and it is going to be in every major platform. It's going to be in Walmart, Target. It's going to be everywhere, because this is how God is using, you know, myself as His vessel to be a blessing to His people. And living water carries the anointing, the healing, and everything for His people. And maybe there is going to be people that have questions, or maybe disbelief, but that's okay. We can let you try the product, and the product will speak for itself. It will definitely do exactly what I said it's going to also do.
I love it. I just love how you have this humbleness about you, and you have this strong conviction. You believe what it is that you're doing, which is powerful, which is amazing, which is needed, because it's all good for us to think things and the thought comes up. But if you don't believe what it is that you're feeling, what it is that you're thinking, then you're not going to act. And so you have done both. You listened, the thought came up, you listened, right? And then you also acted on what it is that God told you to do and what it is that you are feeling. So, how do you come up with the different blends of the juices that you make? Like, talk to me a little bit about that. How do you decide the flavors and how you blend things together to make this magical juice that you've been creating?
Well, that's powerful. That's a deep question, because um, as as most people know, we all we all have angels that walk with us. The Lord have assigned His angels to accompany us in each and every, in and out, even while we sleep, to keep charge over us, to protect us. And every time I go in the lab and I'm, doing anything, ideas is always being downloaded. How to, combine ingredients, which one goes well, which one doesn't go well, and it comes like second nature, which is just downloading from God, because every single juice that I make, it's always the right like couple that's put together. They're like made for each other. So imagine you always have the ultimate couple. Nothing can break that, because you become one flesh. So all these juices, they're married. So there's nothing can break it, nothing can tear it apart. And whatever God put together, no man can take it apart.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Does your team have an input in like the juices that the blends that you put together, or is it just you that makes this decision about what your blends will look like?
Well, that's powerful, because what's crazy is everyone on the team, we share the same vision, and we are family. It's not a one man show. Not because, you know, I'm the CEO. That means everything is just my voice. So we all share one vision. So it's just one voice, and everyone literally voice their opinion. Like, they say exactly, okay, I taste this, and this one, maybe need more of this, maybe need more of that, and we all come together and we make it the perfect drink. Not because I'm hearing from God, and God is saying, telling me this. Your opinion don't valid. It's not valid. No. Even the Lord Jesus took counseling. He took counseling. So I always take counseling. I always take counseling. I never disregard no one opinion. I always listen to my customers, my clients, my team. Yes, counseling is very important. Yes, even God take counseling from his 24 elders. So who am I?
Awesome. I see. So we're having some lagging here. But Kevin, I don't know if you've been seeing it, but you're getting some love. People are showing you their love and checking in and all that stuff. So kudos to everyone that's been here to support you. That's awesome. But I hear a big thing that you mentioned just now in communication and your willingness to listen. And I think that's so important in life in general, but especially when we're doing business. It's like you said, even though you're the CEO, you're the founder, you're the owner, you're still willing to listen to others, which is profound. And that explains just your humbleness, right? It goes back to your humility and your willingness to just be obedient. So, with all of that, like what sort of marketing strategies have you been using to get through this process and to help you put your brand out there?
Well, that's a powerful question. And so the marketing strategy so far, we've been big on word of mouth,
Okay.
and also we've been big on Instagram, Facebook, and most of all, it's really been the word of mouth. And you know, each one tell one, and the product is literally just selling itself, because even the name of each juices, the manifestation. Like when people, you know, whenever they try it, it's like it starts spreading like wildfire. So literally we keep growing based on those, advertisement that we do, and we only growing, and we keep getting better and better. Each and every day we strive to be better, improve, and to just keep touching more lives, impacting more lives with living water.
I love it. The grassroots, each one tell one, right? And it's like experience is a great teacher, right? And nothing like someone actually complimenting your juice and like after having it, be willing to tell the next person, right? So kudos to you and your team for doing that. And I see greatness and I feel greatness in this. And I could see where your vision is going with this, right? So where do you see yourself in like say even the next year? Like, where are you taking living waters? Like, what's your next step?
Well, that's another powerful question because for 2025, you know, as I mentioned before, I see Living Water in Target, Walmart, on every major platform, and others, and we just sharpen our skills each and every day, getting, more advanced equipments, how to make things more efficient, more faster, also working more safer, and we just keep scaling up because all Living Water is going to be doing is just keep growing. It's going to keep, pouring, taking state by state, city by city, and you know, I'm not doing it. It's God doing His thing. I'm just positioned, and I'm just the vessel, and He's just sending the right people, and His business will keep elevating.
Um, Community engagement is super important, and especially with what it is that you are currently doing. Uh, how do you connect with people in the community to let them know about what it is that you're doing and also to introduce them to your juices?
Well, majority of the community connection is my team. They always out and about. Like gyms, you know, small Jamaican restaurants, checking each and every location that's available to, accept, you know, the product, trying the product, giving us samples. We give away a lot of samples, so people can actually encounter Living Water and really understand that there's good quality natural juice out there that, it's actually real and authentic. And versus other juices. That's funny because nowadays, a lot of people are gravitating to make natural juices, but the right meaning behind it and the reason behind it is not is not pure. And a lot of people are in business to make money, and they will do whatever it takes, and that's not Living Water. We do it with a vision and the right cause, to actually impact lives and to see people situation being turned around.
Awesome. So, Kevin, I hear you talk about your spiritual connection with God and how grounded you are in your faith. But I would still like to ask you, like, how do you talk yourself through moments where you feel as if everything is coming crashing down around you? Because, like you said, even though you are man of God, you're being tested. How do you overcome those tests?
Well, that's a great one, and thank you for going there because you know it's something that is very important. Um, you know, it's like this. Let me give you this example. It was like when the disciples was on the boat with the Lord Jesus, and the Lord Jesus was sleeping, right? And the wind and the storm and all this stuff is blowing, and everyone is panicking. And the reason why I say that is once you know your God and He's with you, you're not supposed to worry. You understand? Even if the situation gets really ugly, it doesn't matter what it is. You just keep your eye on Jesus. You focus on Him, and if He's with you, everything that is happening is because He's with you. You know, nothing is going to be easy because He only gets to show His power when situation is bad. So first of all, people that crumble when situation gets bad is because their relationship with God is not where it's supposed to be. Because once you understand who's with you, death, fear, all that stuff, it doesn't exist in the world. If someone is with you that died and came back to life, why do you need to worry? There's no need for you to worry. So when my moments gets, you know, my storms and everything, I I, I meditate, I pray, I fast, and God, he takes me through the moment, and He always shows, but you have to trust Him. and know that He's with you, and really believe in Him. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, I know God," but it's just words. You got to truly believe.
Hmm, that part. You got to truly believe. It's all good and well we have faith, but if we're not believing, it doesn't make any sense. As a man of color, as a man of faith, your willingness to be humble and to be vulnerable. I'm going to ask you, I'm going to put you on the spot right now because I just felt compelled to do this. Like, what would you say to a black brother or just anyone in general who's on the cusp of feeling so alone and feeling as if it's not possible? What would you say to them?
Well, that's a great one. And you know, first of all, that feeling, fear, is not of God. That's number one. So the Lord Jesus didn't make the spirit of fear. So that's the enemy literally speaking to you, getting in your head, and creating the fear and chaos. Truly, I would say, really find quiet moments, you know, really meditate, really pray sincerely, because God don't respond to fear. So right away, if you have fear in your heart, it's like God is not understanding what you're saying because you don't speak the language of fear. So when I say sincerely, you have to really look to Him sincerely because He only can reach you at that point. He can't reach you in your distress when you displaying fear because that's not the language that He speaks. And once you approach Him sincerely and trust in Him and knowing that you can't help yourself and knowing that He can help you and you push, God will pull you out of whatever your situation is. Because if you surrender, that's what He wants you to do because He can display His power. He can come in and He can do what He does best because He wants the glory. If you don't surrender to Him, He can't help you. So, whoever that person is, just surrender yourself to God. There's nothing God can do. He already proven that He can die and He can resurrect from the dead. So, hey, listen, that's the man you have to trust. Yeah.
Awesome. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much for breaking that down and for giving concrete steps as to what someone could actually do if they're feeling so alone. And I think especially now with the holidays, right? So I think this is like a perfect segue to ask if you could drink one of your juices for the rest of your life, which would it be and why?
Well, that's a very tricky question. What are you trying to do to me?
No, like like which one of the juices that you make that like really speaks to you, like gives you
Ah,
that.
you know, I'm gonna say this. The crazy thing is, I can drink all these juices like on a weekly basis, one for 1 week straight, and the next one for another week straight, because they all delicious. They all beneficial for your health, for your mind, your body, and your spirit. It revives, it restores, it rejuvenates you. But the one that that always get me is this one that I call it the eagle eye.
Okay.
Yes, yes, the eagle eye. I will always, you know, go for that one. Mostly, it's mostly tempting, but they're all amazing. And as I said before, I went vegan for at least 4 years, so I always love to juice. I always this been a part of me. So I always love to juice. I always like to make shakes, and you know, it just does something to your body. And I fast a lot. Most of the time I fast because you want to humble your spirit, man. So I fast a lot. Um, Most of the time, I eat one meal a day. After I break my fast, and I will drink juice because you know to rejuvenate the system, to have your supplements, your nourishment, and all that stuff. The juices carry all of that. I don't take supplements because the juices is the actual fruit and vegetables. So I use the juice to substitute for all those chemical pills and breakdown stuff that big farmers and all these people would give to you. So that I don't go down that road. I juice, and it's proven because, as you can see, I'm a product of the product. So it's not a person that's on the merge of having any illness or anything like that, trying to come and coach. So I'm a product of the product, and yeah,
I like it. You're the brand itself, right?
yes,
Love
yes.
it, love it. So don't think you're gonna get off that easy. You're not gonna tell me the eagle eye is your favorite. You gotta talk to me more about that. Like tell us what's in that, if it's okay.
Well,
Here,
it's
I'm curious.
well, that's good. So the eagle eye is it's made with carrot,
Mm,
um, lemon,
okay.
and so it's carrot, lemon, and mango. Carrot, lemon, and mango.
Ooh,
So together, that combination,
yes.
the benefit behind the carrot. So carrot is something that actually it suppresses you from eating too much food. That's one of the major key in carrot. It don't make you eat want to eat too much because a lot of times people will feel hungry and they just want to keep eating and eating and eating. And if anyone ever noticed, you would always see people munching on carrots, especially if they're on a diet. It's because it suppresses you from wanting to eat a lot of food. And then the name behind eagle eye, it breaks down for your eyesight. And carrot, it plays a big role in your eyesight, in your bones, and mango, it's pretty much similar function. So if you notice, the two that are combined together, it's pretty much does similar, and they're both good for your skin, vitamin D, and a whole bunch of other benefits. So, it's two powerful ingredients. It's good for your bones, your eyes, and your skin. So, if you normally have to live on pills for your bones to be good or for your skin to be nice, smooth, etc., Eagle Eye would be one of, you know, the major one that you want to definitely try, and you know, it's amazing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for breaking that down for me. So now we're gonna do just relax and we're gonna have fun now. All right. So if you had to tell your younger self anything, what would that be?
Hmm. Wow. Interesting.
Don't overthink it.
Well, my younger self.
Yes.
Hmm. Well, I wish I would have answered the call earlier and done less bad things that less bad things that I've done in the past, and um, you know, it's pretty much just about the walk. I would have been more of a good person, help more people, be more beneficial, a beneficiary to the kingdom, you know, by help to save souls for the King of Glory. Because as soon as you walk into your assignment, everyone that you encounter, you start to transform their life, because we all are walking living sacrifices. So the more you delay what you're called and you're chosen to do, you know, those people are literally in bondage. So I wish I have answered the call, I would say, way earlier, because we all was born with a purpose. And sometimes you know, we delay and delay and delay and delay, and a lot of blood is on our hands, and a lot of things happen to people because you are the chosen one that's chosen to lead those people to a place. Like, for example, Moses was supposed to lead people to promised land, and they were there for a while, in a while, in a while. So I would say that's my lesson, and that's what I would tell my younger self.
Awesome. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is blue.
What's your favorite food to eat?
Well, my favorite food now to eat, I'm a seafood person.
Okay.
I I like seafood, um, lobster, shrimp, scallops. Yeah, I like those are my favorite. And favorite Jamaican food, obviously, ackee and saltfish. I don't eat meat. I just barely eat a little bit of chicken because you know, sometimes you go through different stage and you know your your metabolism and your body, you gotta listen to when it speaks. So most of the time, you gotta really pay attention. So I'm a big seafood.
Got it. Got it. Where can our viewers and listeners, where can they find you? I know we have been posting it, but can you tell us where we could find you?
Well, I would say for now, we're big on the Instagram, um, Facebook, I believe, and we're working on just in the website and stuff like that. So very soon the website will be up and running, and people will be able to look us on the website, and then the contact number is also there. You can also reach out, and my team and myself will be more than happy to get whatever anyone would like to order, questions, ever.
Okay. Uh, what would you like to leave with your viewers? What message would you like to leave with your viewers as we're about to wrap up our interview?
Wow, that's powerful. For my viewers, well, first of all, I want to say a big thank you to each and every one that take the time out to really um, sit down and receive what the Lord have placed in my heart to to pour into His people. So first of all, I want to say thank you to everyone, and what I want to leave with each and every one of you guys is literally, walk into your calling. Um, Allow God to use you to be a blessing to others because, as you guys have heard, corporate America making 180K per year, and to walk away from all of that to really work into your purpose and to be a blessing to others. That's what it's all. That's what life is about. Because money, it doesn't answer all things. It doesn't. No. When you can be a blessing to others and see that you can heal someone, literally heal them, pray for them, or care for them by making them a meal or a drink or something, and you can see the transformation happen. That's true power, and that's the biggest thing ever. And God Himself will get up off His throne, and He will shake heaven, open heaven, and He will bless you more than you can ever receive. So I want to leave that with each and every one of you.
Thank you so much, Kevin, for sharing your time, because I know time is so valuable, and especially on a Christmas Eve, right? To sitting here and having this conversation with me and just dropping so much gems. Like you talk so much about humility, being vulnerable, the willingness to ask for help if you need it, and communication, and having a team, because no man is an island and we all need support, but the right support. So thank you so much for stepping into your calling and being obedient. And I want to say to all of the viewers and to all of your friends that came here to support you tonight, I want to say thank you. I'm filled with so much gratitude. And I know technology didn't want us to be our best tonight, but that's okay. We got through what we needed to get through. And with that, I want to say thank you again. And I look forward to hearing all about your successes. And I wish you nothing but peace, love, and harmony. And may God continue to protect, guide you, your team, and your family. Happy holidays to everyone. Good night. You all be awesome. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you. Have a blessed night.
Thank you.
We are the sons and daughters of the soul. We are resilient and forever forward thinking. We ask for nothing else than the opportunity to live and to create the lives that we were meant to live. We want nothing but an equal chance at options and possibilities. The same possibilities and options to live out our potential as our fellow man. We want to be heard, understood, and expressive in our reality. We are the future. We are the creative. We are here.